Good evening and welcome to Caffe Lena. Thanks for watching this live stream production from Saratoga Springs, New York. These live streams are made possible by the generous support of the Sarah B. Folk Charitable Fund and by our community of subscribers. Special thanks to our Virtuoso level subscribers and lifetime Caffe Lena members. By buying a ticket for this performance, you're supporting independent music and the mission of our historic nonprofit venue. Enjoy your front row seats for this show, live from Caffe Lena.
All right, good evening and welcome to Caffe Lena. Thank you all so much for joining us here this evening. I want to say a really special thank you to all of our Caffe Lena members. September is in the month of September here at Caffe Lena, which just means it's our member appreciation month. And our membership program, for those of you who may not know, is the way that we are able not only to bring fantastic concerts like this one to all of you, but also the way that we fund our Caffe Lena School of Music and Caffe Lena on the Road, all of our incredible community programs as well. So please give a big round of applause for all of our Caffe Lena members in the audience tonight. Okay, and we are very lucky to have not one, but two masters of songwriting here for you guys this evening. The way the night's gonna go, Kray's gonna do a short set for us first, about 25 minutes or so, and then Joe will come up and do a set of his own for 25 minutes. And then we'll take a short intermission, and they're gonna come back out here together and do sort of a writer's round, trade off some songs, and I believe do some songs together as well. So Kray's gonna get things started for us. This is his debut on the Caffe Lena stage. So please join me in giving him a very warm welcome. This is Kray Van Kirk.
I think it's a good thing to start your debut by spilling your glass of water all over yourself. Power to the people or something, I don't know. The night was riding lonely, and the road was winding long. The sun had barely risen, frost was shining in the dawn. His sword was sharp, his lance was keen, his armor burnished bright. And as he rode, he sang with all his might. He sang, hey, 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 while I am a knight, I am a knight, I am a knight, said he. Of all the kingdoms of the world, no finer thing to be. And he'd held the vigil rightly. He'd watched his arms by night, and in the morning came the king and made him there a knight. Send forth a mighty hero to defend the castle walls, and all who walk within its mighty halls. For I am a knight. Blood red was the sunrise, and blood red was the field. The night lay fierce about him, and he brought the foe to yield. And those who fought, he cut them down, and he left them where they lay. Then he took the road to fight another day. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Well, I am a knight, I am a knight. He tried to find the song, but silence overtook him as he sadly rode along. And under midday shadows, well, the night began to yield. Perhaps my spurs are better served than fighting in the field. No castle wall to build or guard, no blood to stain the soul, but blankets for the winter and food in every bowl. For I am a knight. Well, the farmer had no harvest plow, so the knight gave him his sword. His lance became a bargeman's pole to help him cross the ford. His armor turned to cups and bowls, his shield a chalice bright, his helm a lantern shining in the night. Oh, hey, 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 hey. The night was riding lonely, the road was winding long. The sun was slowly sinking, with darkness coming on. No sword, no lance to take the field, in rags against the cold. But as he rode, he sang out brave and bold. He sang, hey, 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 hey. Well, I am a knight, I am a knight, I am a knight, said he. Of all the kingdoms of the world, no finer thing to be. I am a knight, I am a knight, I am a knight, said he. Of all the kingdoms of the world, no finer thing to be. Woody Guthrie said, "It is the job of a folk singer to comfort disturbed people and disturb comfortable people." And someone along the same line, I'm sure the story is somewhat apocryphal, but St. Francis is supposed to have stripped naked in front of the Bishop of Assisi and his father and walked out of the church naked into the world to reject power and privilege that was his simply by an accident of birth. And while I really hope you all are comfortable, and I'm sure it would disturb you if I took my clothes off, I'm not going to. What are you doing after the show? I'm going to spend my time rejecting my inheritance. Oh my fathers, the seas that you have sown, you made your war across the sea and then you brought it home, and all the children suffer for the gold that you have sought. It's not against your freedom but your greed that I have fought. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh my fathers, I will now condemn your hatred of my mother, of my sisters and my friends, your imaginary demons, woman, black or queer, your manufactured outrage against your shadow fear. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my friends? What's going on? Oh my fathers, I am a straight white man, but the reins of power that you hold I will not take in hand. I reject the lies you've written, I reject the works you've wrought, I reject your profit margins, for love cannot be bought. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, my mothers, wear your dangerous coats. Oh, my sisters, wear your dangerous coats. Oh, my lovers, wear your dangerous coats. With pockets full of love. Oh, my fathers, I declare your time is done. Nothing will I take from you, although I am your son. My hands are for my lovers and for green and growing things. My time is meant for laughter and the songs that children sing. Oh, my fathers, oh, my fathers. Now, I have a special spot for singing this song for women who are old enough to have some starlight in their hair and some dirt between your toes. And that's because I love seeing you folks walk down the street, and I know that in your memories, you have a week or a summer or maybe an entire year with someone you have never, ever forgotten. And probably in that time, nobody got very much sleep. And it was golden days and silver nights on the hills of Beltane. This is Lost Lovers' Waltz. Alone on the dance floor at midnight, waiting for you to appear. Red velvet dress and black satin lace dusted my memories dear. But you're waiting alone on a floor like my own for a man with a face that's not mine. So I'll dance alone with a ghost I once knew. Once upon a time, this is my lost lover's waltz, dancing like lovers do. This is my lost lover's lost waltz that I never danced with you. And down by the water where the minstrels all play and the painters, they wait for the light. The dancers, they sit with their feet in their hands and quietly rest from the night. And the playwrights, they sit with their quills in their hands and they drink their black coffee like wine. But no words they write can turn back the pages when you were the measure of time. This is my lost lover's waltz, dancing like lovers do. This is my lost lover's lost waltz that I never danced with you. They say Paris is magic. They say Paris is the city of love, and I love all my memories of Baudelaire nights and mornings with you dressed in sunlight. Ooh, dee 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 dee, la 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 la. Ooh, do 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 do, dee 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 dee, la 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 la. Alone on the dance floor at midnight, candles beginning to fade. The mirrors are empty, they won't show my face. Shadows in silent parade. And locking the doors as I make my way home through the empty streets crowded too soon. Following footsteps that lead ever onward, stepping in time with the moon. This is my lost lover's waltz, dancing like lovers do. This is my lost lover's lost waltz that I never danced with you. Ooh, dee 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 dee. There's a house about Kirk Michael out upon the Irish Sea, where it's written on the doorway where the windows used to be, that all who come inside will be tucked in for a lovely evening tea. There's a house about Kirk Michael, tilted on its side, drunk upon the tempest, surrounded by the tide, but solid of Byzantium, where candled windows and the dark collide. There's a house about Kirk Michael, and it's full of sleepy bears and a dozen shabby tigers who pounce upon the stairs. And out along the widow's walk, Joe Strummer singing with the mescalaires. And well, about Kirk Michael is a child who loves the dogs, and one who plants her flowers from the garden catalogs, and one who builds her dragons hidden softly in the heavy autumn fogs. Only heroes dare the kitchens. There's pie and pudding on the wall and floor. It's my favorite mystery. It's the pages of our history. And there's a house about Kirk Michael, and in it I will die. I'll leave it for the children, with the windows open wide. Those poets in their patchwork quilted boats to set them free. These fragments have I shored against my ruin, and love shall not be lost in this summer flowered house beside the sea. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to bring up Mr. Joe Jencks. I'm going to do the title track of my newest CD, The Midnight Commander. And broken at last by despair, his futile sanity is laid waste, and knighted in his armored mind, he rides forth to heal the world. He casts aside his given name, and he takes up the mantle of the Midnight Commander. He patrolled the New York subway, the Q-train Broadway line, from 96th on down to Coney Isle. His superhero mask was red, it was a pair of underwear, with rubber boots and cape, a kitchen towel. And he knew the nightly riders, he called them all by name, and they made sure his nightly fare was paid. While his history was hidden and his origins obscure, on a ragged subway seat, a New York hero he was made. If angry words were thrown against two women holding hands, or a homeless man was kicked and put to shame, if someone in a turban was pushed around and cursed, his eyes would flash and he'd exclaim, he'd say, I am the Midnight Commander. I am a flame, I'm a beacon in the night. I am the Midnight Commander. Oh, set aside your hatred, put aside your fear, for the Midnight Commander is here. Oh, the Midnight Commander is here. Now everyone he challenged, they felt his gentle power, and they'd falter in their hatred and their pain. standing quiet, wondering at the seasons of the heart, and an old man in pajamas on the train. And the riders of the subway, the Q train Broadway line, were proud and tall when he would pass them by. They'd smile at one another, they'd give a mighty cheer whenever they would hear his ringing cry, when he said, I am the midnight commander. I am a flame, I'm a beacon in the night. I am the midnight commander. Oh, set aside your hatred, put aside your fear, for the midnight commander is here. Oh, the midnight commander is here. But all good deeds are punished, and someone finally made the call to New York's Metro Clinic with a tale. And a bed check found one empty. They found the window open wide. They found footprints headed toward the subway rail. And so the lords of Bedlam came, each one dressed in white, and they found him riding on his nightly fare. They called him by his given name, and that took away his soul and brought him back to his confused despair. But I am the midnight commander, he said as they gently led him off into the night. But I am the midnight commander, who will keep them from their hatred and rescue them from fear if the midnight commander's not here. Oh, if the midnight commander's not here. Now the New York City subway, the Q train Broadway line, gallops through the night just like before. But at 96th and 2nd, all the riders take a stand, for New York's Don Quixote was no more. And on the empty platform, as the train goes on its way, if you listen very closely, you can hear the voices say, they say, remember, remember, don't give in to hatred or to fear. Remember, oh, remember now, the midnight commander was here. I say the midnight commander was here. Well, it started in Manhattan. It was a single burning flame. It spread to Queens, the Bronx, then Brooklyn, and Staten Island was the same. And Macy's, they ran out of red underwear, and rubber boots could simply not be found. They carved the words into the subway walls, and 1,000 voices thundered with a sound. And the words said, I am the midnight commander. I am a flame, I'm a beacon in the night. I am the midnight commander. Oh, set aside your hatred, put aside your fear, for the midnight commander is here. Oh, the midnight commander is here. Thank you so much. You're very, very kind, and a big thanks to Caffe Lena for inviting me out here for my debut evening. What a nice crowd, nice people to spend it with. So we are going to bring up the inimitable Joe Jencks. Joe has been a fixture in the folk community for years. He's played here I don't know how many times. He just released his 17th CD, The Coming of the Years. He'll be doing some stuff off that. Please welcome Mr. Joe Jencks.
And how about it for my buddy Kray Van Kirk, all the way from Arcata, California. he doesn't make it to the east as much. Arcata is a long way away. His last tour he did by train. I bet he's awfully glad he chose to fly and rent a car this time, because traveling Amtrak this week would have been a bit of a challenge. And we stand in solidarity with our sisters and brothers and non-binary siblings in the labor movement. Fantastic. So many songs, so little time. As Kray mentioned, I just released a brand new CD. The Coming of the Years came out August 1st, and it ended up charting as #2 for the whole month on the North American Folk DJ chart. So, very excited about that. And I'll play a few songs off of that. Kray just released a brand new CD right at the top of the pandemic, which was brilliant timing on his part. But it's called The Midnight Commander, and he has that here in the back as well. And thank you all for coming out and supporting Caffe Lena and supporting our concert tonight. What a joy to be here with you.
As a stranger from across the sea I roam. I have come here as a prodigal child who is ready to come home from the hills of Connemara to the McGill, the Cuddy reaps. Oh, this verdant land, she calls to me. Ever softly does she speak, and I will give to her the song I sing, as so many times before. But the one who holds my truest heart, she lies far from Erin's shore. Oh, they're dancing down in Doolin as the band begin to play. But my thoughts, they are a-wandering to a place so far away, to a woman who is waiting, and I own my soul is torn between this country I would call my own and the one where I was born. And I will give to her the song I sing, as so many times before. But the one who holds my truest heart, she lies far from Erin's shore.
turn toward the Atlantic at the setting of the sun. I would have her here beside me now, that our lives might be as one. All our days would know such beauty, and our sorrow be no more, and our love would find fulfillment here as we stand on air and shore. Then I will give to her the song I sing, as so many times before, but with hearts no longer torn apart, we would stand on air and shore. And I will give to her the song I sing, as so many times before, but with hearts no longer torn apart, we would stand on air and shore. Yes, with hearts no longer torn apart, we would stand on air and shore, hand in hand on air and shore. Well, this newest album is very much an exploration of identity. I'm a dual U.S. Irish citizen, and this was sort of my coming out party